for my fiance, man.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and George show. And George looks like a queer.
So you're saying
George is wearing
bro.
George is wearing a Chargers bear hat.
Next up, sporting the Chargers hat.
with hand warmers, dude.
Yeah. And then Derek over here is wearing a shirt that says SL, UT.
Don't
So, like,
Obvious spell
huh?
slut. You clever gal.
I see the Capitol Hill, dude. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Until
Clever
It's got
gal.
the temple is on there too.
yes, I wouldn't. Cool shit.
Oh, fucking sneeze. Shit. Fuck,
Good
dude,
shit.
I got a problem when I sneeze. I sneeze like I'm a fucking dragon.
You
Are you one
blow
of
the
those
fuck.
people that- They're like achoo!
Everything on the walls is flat and turned up.
Achoo! Achoo! Come in. That's when I poo. Anyways, make sure you visit our website at www.jamesandgeorge.com for everything James and George, our Twitter, our Facebook, our podcast, our YouTube page. All that stuff is on jamesandgeorge.com. Okay? You can see our a little bio about us, see pictures of what we look like, and watch us on video on YouTube.
You know, I was gonna send you a new bio to replace the bullshit that you wrote, but
yeah.
it was pretty accurate. So I just
Yeah, yeah, you're an what did I say? You're
Give
an
or take.
NAACP.
something about
Spokesman?
a racist that rides bikes with no seats on them. Yeah, well, yeah, that fits.
Anyways, again, jamesandgeorge.com. Visit and support us. Subscribe on our podcast. We're available on iTunes and all that good stuff. I'll cue this intro up and get this started. You don't have an intro. He's a drizzler, dude.
Like a fresa? Oh yeah, but your sweaty dick fucking.
George has a sweaty dick.
I mean, like, who the fuck is number 3?
I bet you tucking your shirt through your boxer.
You look like the kind of guy that.
I'd ride a bike without the seat. Oh my god.
¿Cómo pudiera? A fresa es a strawberry. Ay, te estás viendo
What is
bien
it?
nice. O sea, es que tú, o sea, mira, es que yo.
Like, it's fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Where I go, goddamn.
Goddamn shit. Everywhere I go.
Time to say goodbye.
I can't sing for shit, bro.
So I've been watching Narcos.
Oh, hell
You guys
yeah.
have seen Narcos yet?
Yeah,
it's a very good
I already
show.
finished it.
If anybody who's listening doesn't know what Narcos is, Netflix has a docudrama about Pablo Escobar and his rise to power and all that goodness. And anyway, the music is really good, but it's all in Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. So I'm trying to listen, and they're saying I think he just said house and something about a fire. But I like it. I don't know. Like Spanish music is really good. It just I don't understand any of it. So you know, I feel like if I knew what it said, then it probably
What kind of
wouldn't
Spanish
be-
music though? Is it more like
Not like it's just like
like
Pop?
like is it like
no, it's not
shit?
poppy. No, it's like oh,
like
God.
does that have like strong accordion?
No. Kind of more like like love songs or whatever.
Love
that?
songs.
The intro, shit like that. The intro to the show is really good music. It's just I don't know anything the fuck. I don't know, but I think
I don't speak that fucking language.
that's Spanish. But I figured if I knew what they were saying, it probably wouldn't be as cool.
I'm a hot man.
Spanish music's whatever, dude. There's some good shit, and then there's a lot of shit.
I mean, I'm sure that it's probably just whatever, but because I can't understand any of it, it sounds so cool and sexy. So
Yeah.
but That's like it's
I
hard
know when George speaks Spanish, I get a nice fucking boner.
to tell me about it, dude. I'm usually in your lap, so
Sweet.
Sweet dreams are made of. What's that stupid song?
No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet dreams are made of me.
Who am I to
to
disagree?
Yeah. It's a good
did you
song.
see her in the Super Bowl? She's so
Who?
fucking kicks ass. Annie Lennox, dude. She did Sweet
Oh
Dreams.
yeah, that's right.
There's Annie Lennox. Who's that?
The girl, that's the lady that sings that song, dude.
Yeah, she was the lead singer of the Eurythmics.
She also did that one. No, that's the only real song that she's famous for, right?
No, she's got some other one. I'll look them up while you guys keep going. But Annie Lennox has got some pretty good songs. So, but I guess if you ask guy on the street, that would be the only one they would know. So, or not even know at all.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. That's some good shit. You know what? What's funny is like, so many people remade that song today. Like I was, by the way, I bought a Wii, or I traded for a Wii. I traded for a Wii.
What'd you trade? What'd you trade for a Wii?
Wii U.
Oh,
Yeah. One of those Android boxes.
Oh, right on, dude. Yeah.
Since I can make it myself, I said, fuck it, get rid of it. And this guy's like, I'll take it. I have a Wii U, I'll trade you. So, boom, traded it. And
So you made the Android box and then you traded it for a fucking Wii?
I didn't make it. I bought the Android box. And then I don't need it because I have the Amazon Fire Stick and I have like other shit I can use. And I don't really use that. I just wanted it out of curiosity. Kind of like to see what kind of setup it had.
Yeah.
And then I tossed it. So I've been playing Mario right now. It's awesome. Anyways, back to the reason I'm mentioning this, because yeah, dude,
That's
I
what I
kind of
guess.
had one similar to that.
Yeah, the Mantracom. Although
Yeah,
they botched the firmware load and it fucking bricked it, and now I'm having a bitch time trying to get it back.
Nerd alert!
Nerd alert!
You
They
bricked
bricked it. Their firmware upload fucking bricked the
Fucking
video.
Oh,
nerd.
that sucks. That's not a nerd. You should learn how to do that, James. It's actually cool, man.
Fucking
You
nerdy.
know what it is, dude? With those kind of things, I build them and I make them, and then once I do everything to them and I have all this shit all decked out, I never fucking use it.
Bored.
Yeah, dude.
If
It's
not
almost
broken-
just fun to build it,
If
dude.
it's not broken, you're bored. Yeah. Shit
yeah.
about it. Dude.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with my Raspberry Pi too.
Yeah, I just like configuring shit, and then like that once I do it, I'm like, yeah, and then move on to the next thing I want to build.
Yeah.
It's like that. Maybe it's like the engineer in me or something.
Right.
Hey, nerds!
Whatever, Mac.
Hey, nerds! Fix
just
my
works.
computer, nerd!
It just works.
Oh.
So, Derek was mentioning he wanted to talk about a certain topic.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, 'cause I want to get to
I
that.
was just saying that I had a topic.
He got
yeah,
excited.
yeah.
But Bernie Sanders, dude. So Bernie Sanders.
Boiny. Yeah,
Boiny.
Boing.
I'm not in this instance endorsing any particular candidate, but I did. It is interesting to mention that
Oh, a lot of people like him.
What a lot of people do. I mean, I don't know.
Is
I'm
he
not
the
looking-
front runner for the Democrats? I'm not gonna get into.
I wouldn't say he's the front runner.
I would if I was like a Democrat, I would want him, but I think Hillary's still gonna win the
Yeah,
Democratic primary.
it's just a show, if you ask me, dude. But Bernie Sanders wants to remove marijuana from the federal list of dangerous drugs. So,
Yeah.
and by doing so, turn over control to the states to regulate it like tobacco.
There's another guy that isn't there a few of them that
There's
don't
a-
mind?
like,
I think Jesse Ventura's one of them too.
Oh,
these
dude,
are-
Jesse Ventura. I'm gonna vote for Jesse
We're
Ventura.
talking about people who really matter. But, like, some,
But I'm just saying, there's a bunch of senators or congressmen or whatever. That,
some want to just downgrade it so it's not such a serious drug, and some want to, like Hillary just kind of wants to watch and see how like Colorado and that goes before making any decisions. But by doing so, I mean, I'm sure that friends and family of this show would probably agree that marijuana is not a felony freaking drug. You know what I mean? Marijuana has its dangers, just like alcohol and other substances. However, it's not something that you need to spend 10 years in jail for just because you have you know what I mean? Just because you have some weed on you. But so, and like I said, with his proposal, and passing it through Congress and what have you, it'd be a taxable commodity for the states. You know what I mean? If you can just start regulating stuff like weed, dude, tax it.
I think we talked about this before, like not with him supporting it, but like weed in general. How I think it was we talked about how Colorado, since they legalized it, and then you have the neighboring states who are who don't have it legalized, and with their drug problem going on, they want to try to blame Colorado for their drug problem, the neighboring states. And I think we talked about how we think it's like drug dealers
cause drug problems.
No, I'm saying they're backing the people who still want to keep it illegal. Like think about it as your best interest. If you're an illegal drug dealer and you got your shit on lockdown, you're making money hand over fist.
You don't want somebody to be able to go to 7-Eleven.
So you're going to support the guy that's actually against drugs, which is kind of weird, right? But it's actually in your best interest.
No, right. That's like not if you were a McDonald's and you didn't want them to open a Burger King up across the street. So you try to block the sale of the land, or whatever, or the permits for those types of things. I mean, people, dude, if you
get rid of a lot of dealers when you legalize the drugs, because now people have to go legit.
So, and like you say, it's a slippery slope. I don't think it applies to every single controlled substance, but in this particular instance, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And if it turns out not to be, then we can visit it again. But then
it doesn't look like it though. The only thing I'm worried about is like, people that are already abusing it, or maybe they're like not productive. They're gonna be even more.
They're getting it anyway.
That's true.
They're gonna get marijuana. You know what I mean? But now, where are they getting it from? You have dispensaries. You have things like that. You're not just buying it from dude on the street. You know what I mean? Now you can go to a dispensary. And
which is always.
You're still buying it from dude on the street anyway, if you don't have a prescription. But now it can be something that can be federally regulated by something like the FDA, for instance. You know what I mean? So you can guarantee purity, do different types of things like that, and essentially know what you're buying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it can be taxed, because at the end of the day, it's not a necessity. It's not bread and milk.
I think maybe in the next at least maybe 5 years it should.
It's not going to happen overnight.
It's
obviously.
not. But I think it's like gonna start. Once it starts rolling, it'll hopefully capture on almost everywhere. Just like alcohol. I think alcohol is more dangerous in my opinion. From personal experience.
Is it because it's more readily available, or because people who do a ton of weed don't fucking don't do crazy shit? And
you can't really overdose and on weed. If you smoke too much, you probably fall asleep.
Oh well, you look at the culture of like potheads, like they're fucking. You look at the type of people that do smoke. And that's why it gets a bad rep. Because you look at them, they look like fucking dirtbags and pieces of shit.
Type of stereotypical person, and everybody who doesn't looks like a shitbag. But how many of you know quite successful people who smoke weed?
Everybody does it.
So I don't know.
But but a lot of people, there's probably people who do coke and function just fine. Like I actually don't have a problem with really any drugs, but it's just one of those things with the happy mediums of things and rules, because you can look all the way back to when China was dynasty and all that shit, and Great Britain was selling fucking opiates to their ass and pretty much transformed the whole country. The whole country was addicted to opium and pretty much crumbled the whole fucking dynasty.
I'm pretty sure smoking pot's not gonna do that.
No, it's not gonna. Because it's not like.
But then
it's not like an opiate. But I'm saying I'm in favor of pretty much anything. You want to fucking. I don't know. I don't have a problem.
So you're in favor of you think that the war on drugs is lost and might as well.
You get rid of one dealer. You get rid of one dealer, you get another one. It's a fucking dime a dozen of them. I don't give a shit. The next guy comes up. Because you look at these neighborhoods that deal illegally, you got a bunch of kids that are ready to move up, and it's hard to move up. The fucking head guy of the corner, say he gets arrested, gets busted. Bam, now he's in charge.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I thought about, or one of the things I found interesting about Narcos for instance, was that they kind of, I wouldn't say they necessarily speculated because they probably have some pretty good information to go off of, but about the real call to action for the government was the amount of money flowing out of America into Colombia rather than the drugs that were flowing in. You know, people were doing drugs and dying, and all kinds of crazy shit was going on, and nobody gave a fuck until they turned around and they're like, "Holy shit, dude! This guy's making like $1 billion. No, is it like $4 billion a year?" Was the domestic product, was the gross for the cocaine that he was selling, and it was all going into Colombia. And all of a sudden they were like, "Wait a minute, dude! Like this is a lot of money. This is enough money to upset the American economy." You know,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
it's like, holy shit, we better do something about it. So, I mean, there you go. There's another way to.
I think you should legalize cocaine and stuff too. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with that? Because this. See, the thing is, like, it's like the same thing with weed. Everyone thinks you're just gonna get out of control, and I'm sure maybe people did, but I mean, think about people who can do cocaine responsibly. Caffeine is addictive.
Sure. Yeah, man, but caffeine is...
Yeah, but nobody ever did a bunch of caffeine and then went and fucking blew somebody's face off, you know what I mean? Or went over the edge and beat their wife to death.
But it was just like alcohol. Alcohol's not illegal, and people... But how are you going to blame the substance for your irresponsibility?
I actually read a definition of dangerous substance. And it actually did draw a pretty good line. Continue with what you're saying, and I'll find it here in this article.
James, why do you think... so, I mean, I agree with you to a certain point, because I also think, hey, man, it's your life. You want to fuck it up, go ahead. But
like,
then,
if you want to
then you might affect others. Let's say, like, you're on fucking heroin, and you get in your fucking car, dude, and you go drive, and you kill some people, man.
Okay, it's like drunk driving. Don't drive when you're drunk. It's the same thing. Don't do
substance. Yeah, but this is more of an addictive,
What's
like
the fucking difference?
Heroin is much more addictive than alcohol, dude.
Dude, people get addicted to fucking painkillers and fucking other things.
That's an opiate, just like heroin.
Yeah, but they're also controlled. Painkillers are supposed to be controlled, you know, provided you don't have a doctor who just...
Okay, but you're giving me a driving under the influence scenario, which anybody who drives under the influence, no matter what it is, that's illegal, first of all, and it's wrong.
Then it's
so you're not giving me a very good explanation as to if you want to do heroin and then you want to drive versus... You know what? I'm going to do heroin in my own room and just chill in there and listen to music and just leave everybody alone. Then...
Marijuana's current classification is reserved for drugs with no medically accepted use and a high potential for abuse. So, that being said, downgrading marijuana to something that essentially does not fit that description. So what kind of things could you fit into that description? Like, or even drugs. I wouldn't even say that necessarily that, but let's just think about it on a good for you, bad for you basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you said like you have like heroin or cocaine, meth, different amphetamines with the types of effects that they have on your body. Like, and I would probably put alcohol. Well, like I said, in moderation, everything in moderation. Enough of it's going to hurt you. Like smoking a ton of weed probably isn't going to have the same effect as doing a bunch of coke.
But people say that it's a gateway drug.
Sure.
Which I mean, look, this is the thing with people who with addictive personalities and people who can't control themselves is I would say in that context, weed is a gateway drug because they're looking for the next high. Weed's not doing it for them anymore, so they're probably going to turn to heroin.
It also isn't doing it to them.
No, it's not doing it to them, but it's my point is it's like, so when you're dealing with people, when it's people, an irresponsible person, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we know what cocaine does to people. We know what marijuana does to people. I mean, they did tests. They've done these types of things. We know what heroin does to people. It's like some things are acceptable and some things aren't in our culture.
You don't think some people that like just sit home and smoke weed all day are just pieces of shit and pretty much not productive to anybody?
That's fine. That's fine for them as long as they're not drawing benefits. You know what I mean? I don't see it as to American people.
I would say that they are.
But then again, if you're going and you're cashing your food stamps and you're going and buying weed with it, you know what I mean? I mean, but there are already rackets in neighborhoods
Yeah, and that's the shit that pissed me off the most, dude.
You can go sell your food stamps for money.
Yeah, that's the
You know
shit
what
that
I mean?
pissed me
Then
off,
you can
dude.
turn around, and it's the drug dealer, so they buy your food stamps at a low rate, give you money for it, and then sell you drugs for that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, there's already markets for those types of things. If people want it, people are going to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now, how can the government take money back from it?
Don't you think it's sort of like I guess it's one of these things, like, I'm not annoyed of it, but it's like you got all these people that come out and they're like, they try to paint this thing where it's like, oh, weed's better and weed's this and this, and this is why weed is so much better than cocaine and fucking heroin,
Right.
and all this stuff. Like, they want them to be, they will be a lot of people who support marijuana, which I do too, want it to be legal, but then they want to sort of put down, it's not heroin and cocaine and all this stuff, and it's like,
Once again, it's a slippery slope. But what it comes down to with supporting a candidate like this,
right.
and supporting bills like these, or what do the American people, or what do the American people find acceptable? What is acceptable and what's not? You know what I mean? I don't see anybody running on the platform, let's make cocaine legal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although probably half of those people do cocaine. You know what I mean? Nobody. It's just not a bill. It's not something that's on
Because,
the bill.
like, think about how many people probably do cocaine, but since it's sort of frowned upon, like, it's like, imagine your friends in a circle of your friends, and like maybe none of you do that, and like you have one that actually does it, and you would just probably never know because I don't want to say it's shamed, but you could sort of say that, but let's just, they do it
Sure.
every once in a while. They don't do
People
it.
might look down on them.
Yeah, like, so,
Understand.
but it's like, I do it responsibly, but you're never going to think that they do it responsibly. You're always going to sort of in the back of your mind, like, yeah, probably not. Maybe.
Or whatever.
Yeah, you might think, like, I don't know.
How many alcoholic friends do you have you wouldn't trust with your cat?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, like I said, but this is kind of one of those things that I definitely think Bernie is going to grab some votes with that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
But it seems like from what I've been reading, Hillary's just trying to steal his shit every time he says something. In 2 weeks now, she might even go, you know what? I support that too. Like, she's been copying him, dude. Fucking cunt.
Sniper proof.
Yeah, she's been straight up copying him.
She's a fucking liar too, dude. Oh,
what? You talking about the emails?
I'm talking about all her shit, dude. Like her sniper.
I don't think she'd be a good president, dude. I mean, that's just like me, dude. I don't think she's a good
If
leader.
you're already in this much scandal, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm out on you, dude.
I just think that she has too many people like supporting her, and then she's gonna have to pay back a lot of people for favors, and like it's just not gonna be.
She fucking, dude, she just sucks, dude. Like, she's a fucking liar, man, and they're all liars. Okay, so I'm not trying to take away from the fact that all politicians are liars, but it's like she's lied about the whole big Ghazi thing and all this shit, and it's like I don't know how people stand by that kind of shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like, the email server's gone all of a sudden, or it's destroyed. Like, you're shady, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you're all shady, but your shit's out in the open too.
That means
you got caught.
she wasn't careful enough, dude.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you're gonna,
It's not.
yeah, and that's another thing. You know what? If you're gonna be sitting there and be doing dirt, fuck. If you're
not
fucking,
even good at doing that.
Yeah, if you're not good at doing that, then I don't even know what the fuck.
It's gotta be like JFK, dude, slipping the dick into Maryland and still getting away with it. You know what I mean?
No, I would like to see Bill come around a lot more. Bill have the spotlight. He'd be if anybody's gonna be good first man, it would be Bill Clinton, dude.
He's trying to help her out, but it's not working.
he's behind Bernie for weed, dude. Whatever. I'll vote for you, Hillary. Okay.
Okay, but let's talk about this. Like, why do people like Bill Clinton?
Because he was a little loose. He was like the first president that, like,
because he got his dick sucked, dude.
He was
no. Before
shut the fuck up, dude. You didn't know shit about politics.
He was doing the same shit that fucking JFK was doing, but you just didn't talk about the president.
Dude, he was like that before. Though people liked him before he did all that shit. That was on his second term.
My name's Bill Clinton.
I did.
Everyone liked it because he got his dick sucked.
Yeah, but people liked him before because he did those. He was like the first one to do MTV and all that shit. Made him cool with like
Yeah,
younger.
that's with
crowd.
everybody. It's like with JFK when he.
saxophone with his cat.
Yeah, and it is saxophone, and then he's talking about
So like kind of like what I said the last episode, what Jim Brewer the comedian was saying is like politics is like a fucking WWF wrestling, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like the fucking guys that are fucking popular and they're going out doing they like people like guys who sort of act normal like them.
Joe Sixpack.
That's why you have Republicans now.
Joe
They're-
Plumber, dude.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for fucking what's her nuts, dude. Mrs. Alaska.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but she's a little fucking.
She was shoehorned into all that shit though.
That's
She's
yeah.
retarded. But I'm saying like no, but they were making fun of her. That was like
Why don't you?
that yeah, she was just an easy target to make fun of.
Oh, dude, she didn't help her cause herself.
No, she didn't. But what I'm saying is like, but now you see Republicans, they're doing the same stuff now. Like they're trying to get on TV shows and be personal and all that shit. It's a good strategy. It's a good strategy by Democrats to do that from the beginning.
Well,
People
Democrats usually get like the younger crowd typically, because they're like more progressive supposedly,
Yeah.
and So, but they're all the fucking
guess.
same, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Yet all the fucking college
Yeah.
kids that come out are a bunch of fucking retards.
Yeah, I know.
When you
I
talk
know.
to them,
but that's
can't even have a
that's the
conversation with
idea,
them.
though. That's the idea, that they're like, oh, we're like, more progressive.
I don't want to be judged, but I'm judging you as I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah.
Fuck you little shit. You don't know fucking anything.
That's why I keep it in the middle, man.
Fucking hate him. I hate college fucking that attitude. Fucking like you know everything or something. I fucking can't stand that shit.
Well, they do know everything. They got to
Something is getting personal, bro.
Huh? I fucking hate it, man. Like, you don't know shit about life, dude. You went to
Yeah.
school, which I'm not knocking school. You got to get an education. But the only reason people get an education, and I've said this plenty of times, college is a fucking sham, dude. You go there and you're promised a job. That's the whole point of going. You're not going there to learn anything. Who gives a fuck about that? Go there to get a piece of paper that says you can do a job. That's it. You know how many people I met in the army that had bachelor's degrees? Because
Yeah.
college promised them a fucking job. You come here to learn, get your bachelor's degree, and then you can pay all your debt back with that cool job.
And then you have that, and then that's the asshole that forgets to fucking lay on water. You know what I mean? Dude, we spent 3 days on a fucking patrol up and with no fucking water, dude.
It's
With
like
no backup
officers.
water.
They're officers
Yeah.
that come straight out of college and become officers. They're fucking dumb as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, but when you talk to them, like, they're smart guys. It's like, how can someone so smart be so fucking dumb? Like,
Yeah,
in terms of just...
lack experience, like they don't like common sense, dude. It's just it's something that you don't get common sense in school.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't get that kind of stuff. You don't get. That's why you'll never find a fucking commander that will. Well, I wouldn't say you never find a commander. You never find a smart commander who disregards his fucking NCOs, dude. You know what I mean? Or even a platoon sergeant a platoon leader. You know what I mean? You listen to your fucking NCOs. They've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
They know how shit actually works. And I mean, we're equating this to the military now,
Right.
but that can go either way. You know what I mean? Like managers who don't listen to like big time managers don't listen to their ground managers. This is what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
We understand this type of shit.
I don't know. People get their little power trips. I don't know. Like, it's like you ever met like some of the engineers that kind of come out and like they went to school at some pretty decent school maybe, and they come in thinking they're like
Yeah.
Mr. Engineer, like I know a lot of stuff. I'm like, well, you clearly don't because you're fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why this isn't working. I was like, maybe
Yeah.
get the power.
Oh,
on.
dude, you know what I can't stand the most when you're like, oh, it's probably your software, and they look at you because you're like not
Yeah.
an engineer.
Yeah, dude.
Like no, it can't be my software, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go. Let's use one that worked 5 minutes ago, and if
Yeah.
that works, then it's your fucking software, dick. Like, Because I hate it when you go, all right, let's use one that's released. Let's use that. Let's use one and see if that one works. Well, no, it can't be that. You're like,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay. Carry on.
oh, dude, hey, you know something funny happened at work today, dude. This tall motherfucker came in. We were working at, and my friend's like, dude, look at this tall Russian-looking motherfucker, dude. And because he wasn't talking, he had this real somber face, and I was just like, as he was walking away, and I was like, looking for the ball to test, comrade. Like I was making like a fucking act.
You have software on your system.
Looking for the technology for the software, like like, and I was making fun of him, and I was like, but I didn't think he was Russian, but it's because my buddy said it.
Yeah.
And then our planner comes up to us and it's like, yeah, there's some Russian guy over here. He's asking about like, and I was like, is he a tall guy? He's like, yeah, he's a real tall. I started laughing, dude. I was like, he really is Russian. And then I went up to him to shake his hand. I was like, hey, I'm James. He's like, hello, I'm Golokovich. Like, whatever.
And then you broke your hand off.
Hello, I'm Golokovich. Would you like to arm wrestle? Then took out a flask and drank vodka.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all right, I can get down with this kind of work.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny though, man.
That's cool, man. But yeah, I guess some things you don't need to go to college for. Some I guess it depends on the job, really.
Dude, college, college,
like I said,
it's
though, dude,
expensive, and then they got these
but it's
football
but check this out,
teams.
If you want to be a doctor, you have to go to college. You want to be a lawyer,
You gotta
you
go
have
to college.
But like, if you're gonna be a fucking, let's say like you're gonna be a, I don't know, dude, a fucking purchasing manager or some shit, or like a fucking anything like that. I don't think you really need to go to college for that, dude. You can learn that shit and be really good at it. You don't need to be like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not knocking college. Like, to me, college was a place where you learn things, right? And I just think it's completely changed. Maybe in some degree fields, like, yeah, being a doctor, like, you definitely need all that shit.
Or if you're gonna be like, you can get like a master's in something, like maybe. So if you want to be like a executive or something.
Well, it's just, you know what it is? It's like, I just know how the world fucking works, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, a lot of times, it's about building connections. Why do you, why do you think you have the job you have and all this other stuff? And when you're doing interviews, like, interviews itself is like half the battle to getting a good job. You could have the best of everything, and you just sort of like what's up with this guy? You know what I mean? You're kind of
well, that in your experience, dude.
Yeah, in your experience. So like, I think building good social connections. Like, one guy explained it to me, like, and there was a class that I had at the school I'm going to, and he was talking about how, like, you should go back for your bachelor's degree or a master's degree. And I was like, well, if you already got a good job and you don't need that stuff, like, what?
Yeah, but then because the truth is that when it comes around to like when it's time to fucking X people, the first people they look through are people who don't have degrees.
No. But he wasn't talking about that. He was talking about, like, who do you think are the ones getting their bachelor's and master's degree, especially the master's degree? People that are generally already successful. That's how he explained it. So he said a lot of times you'll go there. He's like, so yeah, you're getting your education and you're getting your certification for these things. But he said a lot of times you build these connections with people you meet in class. Like,
I learned an interesting fact that flows right along with this, that Harvard University is actually not even accredited with anybody. Yeah, they don't have any accreditation at all, and because they don't need it to be a successful university, because for exactly the reason that you just stated. It's all about connections.
They're not accredited.
Dude, look it up. They
Harvard? Wow.
The way that it was explained to me, yeah, Harvard actually is not accredited nationally or regionally at all. But
it doesn't need to be.
They don't, like, for that exact reason, is that with the connection,
reputation,
and the reputation is all that they need to charge like exorbitant amount of fucking money.
Yeah.
Inversely, apparently BYU University, if anybody's familiar with I'm sure anybody who's watched football in college. It's from BYU, the Mormon University. You can get an online degree. I think it's for like $1,000. I want to say it's like $1,000 a semester. Not even that, dude.
Really?
Oh no, I'm trying to. Let me remember exactly what the figures were, but it's like a tenth of what most colleges normally cost for a full entire, or you can get a full degree for like $2,000 or $3,000. And it's like it's a BYU education.
But do you have to be part of the Latter-day Saints?
No, you do not. That's actually a misnomer. However, you can be thrown out. You could be thrown out of the university.
Do you have to blow the pastor?
If you're caught drinking or having sex, you can get kicked out of the university.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a basketball player that got kicked out for I think going out
They
with
said,
having sex
dude,
with a girl.
But what if it's just anal?
oh, yeah, apparently no
Penetration
So,
of any kind, Jay.
it's like how do you get a Mormon party started? You pull out the titties. How do you get a Mormon party stopped? You pull out the keg. But seriously, like, so that's kind of one of those things where college is we have student debt in our family right now. You know what I mean? And it's real money, dude. It's fucking.
Hell yeah, it's real money, dude.
It's more than a goddamn car.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? So
An
you're kinda
expensive car too, like
yeah.
you know.
And my wife and I have been talking about. My wife wants to be a lawyer. That's why she started the degree path that she started on.
Right.
So she's kind of like in limbo right now. If we don't spend more money, to do this, then so she's gonna maybe probably spend as much as she's already spent on finishing her degree. But hopefully, like I said, it'll be worth it. And she's wicked smart, so I think she can pull it off. But I have no idea where I'm going to get that fucking money from, dude. You know what I mean? Take out a bunch of loans and then be settled for the next 20 years.
Look at it as an investment, you know.
I don't know. Maybe I can like still use my GI Bill for her or something like that. Because I'm not even close to finishing that shit. But who knows? So
Good shit.
yeah. Anyway,
I'm investing too, man. Rebecca's getting her master's in her MBA, so I'm investing in that too.
yeah.
It's an investment.
You're gonna be a fucking stay-at-home husband, dude.
I'm gonna be a kept man, dude. I'm gonna,
Kept man.
and that. But I really do want to. If that does happen, I don't think it will. I'll to be honest with you. But if it does, I would still want to work like maybe part time.
Yeah, I would think you would be stupid not to do it if you weren't raising kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were just sitting at home fucking getting baked and, and playing Nintendo and shit, dude, you'd be a jackass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could if you had like one income that you could just save. You know what I mean? All you had no reason to have that money except to fucking put that shit away.
Yeah,
dude.
put it. For
You'd
sure.
be killing.
Yeah.
You would fucking kill.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I've always wanted to. Then I could like do the stuff I wanted to do, like focus on like let's say web design.
I'm gonna get you in trouble, dude. Are you guys gonna have kids?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna.
Okay, so this isn't like a thing or whatever. Right? So you're gonna be fucking Mr. Mom?
Fuck yeah, dude. I think I'd be a good dad, dude. I mean, I gotta get my shit together, but
I'm sure you'd be, dude. I think you'd be a good dad. But I mean, are you gonna stay home and do that shit while your old lady's out at work?
yeah, man, for sure. We'll hire a maid, dude. Fuck that. I'm not gonna clean or nothing.
It's like whoa.
I'm not cleaning, dude.
This thing has got a diaper on,
Look,
dude.
I cook, man. I cook already in the household. I'm the cook, man. I cook all the time, and I love to cook. It's actually really fun to me. But I don't know. I think I would be. She's so freaking driven and so like wants to work so much that she has the passion that I don't.
Yeah.
So
So she's carrying the torch. Is what you're
She's
saying.
always telling me that she's gonna be late at the office.
She brought a change of clothes with her.
come on, man. Come on. She comes home to me every night right away when
She goes to the gym 3 times a day.
I don't know who Jim is, but she said Jim on speed dial, but she spelled it J-A-M.
Oh shit, dude.
She spells gym with a G-Y-M though.
I know. Me and Jan have been working like crazy schedules. She just finished up school and she's working a lot. So we have like sometimes we have opposite schedules, and it's like sometimes I'm like I'm gonna start asking the kids if there's any uncles or anything coming around.
You mean Uncle Bob?
Yeah.
He came over when you weren't here.
Oh yeah. Oh Jerry, he's funny. Oh yeah.
Mom are always in the room praying.
Fucking asshole. Praying. He's always attacking her.
He's always ordering pizza.
Buys me toys every time he comes over.
He bought me these new headphones. They're awesome.
Fucking dick. Hey, dude. So how's the? Give us a Squatty Potty update.
Oh yeah.
Potty.
Yeah,
Did we talk
fucking.
about this on the air? Or
Yeah,
not?
you said that it makes your shit better.
Yeah, don't fucking go sacred cow on us, bro. You gotta give it the
Yeah,
real.
dude. Yeah, every morning, man, I wake up. You know, okay, the thing works great, and you don't have to. But the best thing is little cleanup, dude. There's no cleanup really. It's just like very obviously you're gonna clean, but like,
What cleanup are you doing when you're not squatty pottying?
well, maybe at least 3 folds, dude.
God damn, what are you?
Yeah,
What?
mud butt, dude.
What happened? Are you getting mud butt with the Squatty Potty? I thought
No,
that's.
so
Well,
okay,
he's
so
just
look,
saying.
you wrap
He
the
said
paper-
that the cleanup
hold on,
was.
hold on. You wrap the paper around, and like, all right, get 1, and then you fold it 2, and I just make sure I'm clean, bro. It's not because there's shit.
I thought
Yeah,
you-
it's one square, and you wipe it with the square, and then you fold that, and then it's like
Yeah.
a long rectangle.
Yeah,
and then you
the
wipe
front-
that, and then it turns back into a
This.
square.
It lines up perfectly. With
Yeah,
the
and then it
rest
turns.
goes.
What are you? Are you a crumbler, dude? With your
Nah,
toilet
I'm
paper?
a folder, bro. I fold. I don't
What
crumble.
about you, Derek? You fold or you crumble?
definitely a folder. It's the most efficient system.
I wrap it around my hand like twice, and then I fold it.
I think some people are crumblers. They just take a couple and they just go like this, and I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
no, that's
That's
stupid, 'cause
inefficient as shit.
I tried
And then
that one
and then
time,
what if it
and you
noodles
take it
out?
upside,
And
dude.
then what if it like noodles out? Like some of it gets stuck to your ass. So then it goes like. brrrr.
I actually was a crumbler before, dude, and like when I was younger,
You didn't know how to wipe your ass.
because I crumbled it, and then my sometimes I would wipe,
Like
and
4 years ago.
there would be like holes in the crumbles, so my finger would get caught in it, so I would wipe, like it'd poop on
And
my.
then you kind of get the shivers and
So, anyways, the Squatty Potty. Yeah, it's like it's even better. Like the cleanup. The only thing that sucks is that you have to like put this fucking. Either you put the fucking stool in front and you step on the stool and then you squat, but then it feels like you're gonna fucking fall down. Like if you know that, or
I love
you.
this that lawsuit, dude.
Yeah, right, dude. It feels like it feels like those trust falls, dude. You're doing it to yourself on the toilet. Dude.
You can't just sit down on the toilet and then put your feet up
Yeah,
like a motorcycle.
That's what I do, but it's like.
He
When
pedals.
you got some when you got some in front of you, dude, that's a little big, dude. It's hard to like bend over and like.
So are your shits better? That's what I really
Yeah.
want to know.
Yeah, for sure they are.
Like,
dude.
are the wipes better?
better?
Does it open your
That's what I'm
asshole?
saying. The wipes are better. The shitting is better. You don't put that much effort into it. Like for the really like let's say I don't want to get all nasty, but you get the dry shits that are harder to push out. This one made it easier.
We talk about wieners and dicks and jizz, and you're talking about, I don't want to get too nasty right
I
now.
think it's nasty, but my asshole.
Now I'm talking about my own fucking feces and the consistency and shit. That's like a little too personal, bro.
Okay.
Oh, is it now? You used to talk about anal sex, and you're talking about this is too
Well,
personal.
anal sex is a general topic. I'm talking personally about my own kind of
You
shit.
only talk about anal sex, not your anal sex,
Exactly.
not the anal sex that you have with.
I can say I had anal sex, but I can't say how it was and how descriptive it is. I can.
How are we even friends?
Anyways, yeah, man. And at the public toilets, I don't use the paper either, so you can know that too.
So the James and George show fully endorses the Squatty Potty. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know about the James George show because you guys have not.
I don't know, Derek doesn't sound convinced.
I don't know. I'm skeptical, bro.
Trust me, dude. The thing is, the pushing is.
The thing I could see happening is you just get a better wipe.
You do get a better way, but also it's easier to push it out, dude.
It would have to be a little bit more manly for me to get behind it. I think, like you would have.
What does that have to have?
Like, what if it like Harley stickers on it or something?
like-
No, like it'd have like motorcycle pedal stirrups instead, or make it look like a saddle or something.
How about it has like
On the seat, it has studs.
It's even got a shifter on it.
Yeah.
It has like spiky studs on the side.
Why are you making all those noises in the bathroom like you're riding a motorcycle? I can say that your anecdotal stories have caused me to at least do a little bit more research into this.
Do some research. The video was funny, but it wasn't like. I even heard a radio ad on Spotty Potty today on my way to work. So they're getting more popular. It is, and it does work, man. It's not bullshit. It does work. The only thing is that I can see it getting like sometimes I'm like, fuck, I gotta take a shit so bad. Nah, I don't want to set up the squatty potty. You know, like other than that.
So you would rate your non-squatty potty shits as less than desirable then?
Now that I got used to it, yeah, for sure.
Pleasing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't feel like I get it all out if I'm not doing it I'm not using it anymore.
Okay.
You know, that's what it is, dude. The only thing that sucks is my toilet is hella small. So, yeah, it's fucking. Dude,
If I could afford it, dude, I'd get those industrial toilets in my fucking bathroom that fucking suck your ass in when you. Like you could put pounds of toilet paper in there, and that shit's going down.
Yeah, it's like. Have you heard those stealth toilets, dude? The
No.
stealth low flow toilets.
I don't know if I like a stealth toilet because I feel like I broke it.
And it only uses like 1/3 of the water used in a normal toilet.
Interesting. Have you ever used a shitter that burns your shit? Have you ever? Anybody ever used
I heard of them though.
So I used to work. I used to do radar maintenance, and if you went up to some of the sites up in the mountains, they don't have water up there, so they have like these fucking toilets that you sit on, and you take a shit. They can put a little piece of paper on the bottom of the bowl. You shit on the paper, and then you press this handle, and the paper and the shit fall down into this chamber, and then it blows fire, dude. Like flame throws the turd into fucking until it's gone, right? But you're
Even if it's like the wettest, most pudding shit too.
Dude, you're taking a shit on top of a fucking flamethrower, dude. It made me so nervous. I was like,
Is there rock music playing? It's like Metallica. It's all dun dun
Like,
dun.
I got a funny story.
stay away from the handle so I don't actually hit it.
I got a funny story. Funny story, like real quick.
Right.
So I'm at this work thing, right? And then this guy that I work with is a cool dude. He's the one that told me about Squatty Potty, right? So he starts talking to me about Squatty Potty. Then he's like starts talking about the stealth toilet. He's talking to me about some other European toilet, and then this other guy that's like overhearing our conversation. He's like, "Wow, man, you know a lot about toilets."
He's like, I read it, okay? It's like people who have like this like obscure corner knowledge just got it off her.
He's like, "Wow, man, you know a lot about toilets." It was funny.
And you start laughing. He's being laughed at now.
How uncomfortable was that conversation, dude?
No, dude, he's really carefree. He's a really cool dude. It's just funny that he just knew a lot about toilets, dude.
Like, were you a plumber?
It's like back in 1960. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I wonder, man. Like, you think about like the Renaissance times. Did they just throw buckets of shit out the window? Is that what they used to do?
That's why they were saying that's why
The Black Plague and shit.
Well, the plague was carried by rats
And fleas, right? It was fleas, really.
on the rats.
Yeah.
They carried it, but I mean, it was just like really bad sanitation. Caused a lot of issues too. But then again, if you were fucking born with syphilis, you probably really didn't give a shit. So
Fuck, man. Those must have been some rough times, man.
yeah, dude, could you imagine trying to hook up back then, dude?
Fuck. It would be like,
Felt like fucking anus, dude. Like you, like, can you imagine being
all like the whores, dude. The whores would have like the nastiest, like, man, I don't want to think about it.
you just no, I'm perfectly happy with our fucking.
I think it'd be even the nicest cities would have the dirtiest. It would be just dirty, you know. Even
the dirtiest cities would just be dirty.
no, the cleanest cities, like the classiest cities. Like let's say like Paris, like
oh, Paris is disgusting.
like 1650s,
Gross. Did you see?
1550.
Hey, did you see that fucking that school cop guy slam that fucking chick in class?
Yeah, but I don't know the whole story. What happened with that?
Oh, it was because she was being a dumb cunt, and she fucking the teacher asked her to leave the class because she got in trouble. She wouldn't leave, so the principal asked her to leave, and then so they had to call the damn cops. It's like, just leave. You know how many times me and George used to get kicked out of class?
How many times did they put my fucking desk outside?
So he goes and he tells her like, you're gonna go or I'm gonna make you move, right? Ooh. So she tells him no. She has a little fucking attitude, you know, like nah. And fucking so he probably
You going to jam?
he went you going to jam now? He went 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
dude.
I understand like why people were going a little nuts, but he got her and then he slammed her on the ground. But I'm like, I don't really know what else he would have what he could have did different, except maybe try to be
Not slam a fucking child on the ground.
See, this is the problem I have. She's a fucking high school teenager. I'm not saying that a grown man, an adult, should be slamming teenagers, but I sort of hate this, and it's more of the media doing it, where when I was in 9th grade, teens were fucking, fighting, smoking, drinking, fucking playing the knockout game and shit like that, and fucking, like teens are fucking dicks, bro. Like, and so like when it drives me nuts when the news is like, oh, these children, fuck that guy or fuck that girl, dude. Like, you don't know what they do. They sell drugs at high school they're in 10th grade. He's a fucking asshole or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I kind of like I get like at the same time, yeah, they're not adults, so they're just being a little fucking they're having a little attitude with you, whatever. And he, like I said, he went to 0 to 100 way too fast. But at the same time, like I think it was like the thing that bothered me about it was the cop just walking around the hallway looking for people to slam.
Well,
the teacher called him, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Cops at the school. You know what I mean?
Like,
so you have to think about that situation. I've seen that situation, or I've heard of that situation being equated to like COs in a prison. You know what I mean? Like managing relationships with students, appearing a certain way in front of students and different things like that. Consider the alternative of just not do. I mean, she wasn't hurting anybody. She wasn't brandishing a weapon.
Right.
Alternative was just not to touch her, leave it alone, and let the situation diffuse itself. End the class. You know what I mean? You don't need to fucking choke slam. I mean, dude, you're a cop. And we are in a time now when people are recording everything and people are watching everything.
Yeah, like I said, he went to 0 to 100 too fast. But okay, see, this is my problem. You give 1, you give the 2, you give the 3, and now you're saying you give her 4, 5, and 6. Like, when does it stop? So you just fucking let her have her way, be a fucking bitch in class. You can't kick her out because you don't want to touch anybody. So what? She just goes to the next class?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, what do you do?
You know what you do? I have a good solution. You find out where she sits because
I'd be embarrassed, dude. If that was my child, I'd be fucking embarrassed.
Hold on. You fucking put little tires under for her fucking desk, dude. And then when she fucking acts out again, you fucking roll her ass out of class, dude, in the fucking thing. That's a non-violent solution. She'll walk away from that after that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a shit situation, dude. I mean, it was the girl was being a teenager.
I mean, would you say like you can't like I said, like I think he was strong enough to not have to do that, but.
What do you think? Maybe she's done a bunch of that kind of shit during, already, and this is like the last straw.
Wait, but still,
well, she doesn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that because she was not.
I think so. Fuck her, dude. I don't like. I hate disrespectful, dude. And maybe it's just me being an angry fucking asshole. But I hate.
So the question was she under arrest?
I think the thing is when now the cop's telling you need to go. Now you're disobeying what is a lawful order.
All right. So then if failure to obey the police officer then becomes an arrestable offense. If you're resisting arrest, then you can use enforce. But
I don't know. She did struggle like for a second, but she didn't have a chance, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think cops need to be smarter because what I would have did first is like lightly touch her arm, like okay, we gotta go, and then just wait for that moment where they slap my hand away, and then that's when I give you in the suplex.
No, but the cop just didn't want to seem like the cop didn't want to seem weak or anything.
Well, see, this is the thing. Is like, dude, if a fucking child is telling a cop to go fuck himself, dude, like Dude, what kind of fucking kids are going to these fucking schools, bro?
Regardless, dude, you gotta be the bigger person, man. You gotta have self-control.
You still have to conduct yourself within the confines of the law.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
confines of the law do not say that you can choke slam a fucking
You can't
kid.
lose your fucking cool, man, just over some shitty kid, dude.
He couldn't be in 7-Eleven getting a fucking Slurpee in the middle of his shift, and somebody said something to him, and he choke slammed somebody.
But you know what? I think, and I got this from when I was listening to Joe Rogan, because he mentioned about just being a cop in general. He said he thinks, and I agree with this statement. Like, I think it's sort of impossible to be a cop as a human being.
It's
I mean, think about it. Like, you lose every time, dude. That's one reason I won't be a fucking cop. I'm not dealing with that shit.
yeah. All it takes is one wrong move.
I would fucking kick everyone's ass, dude.
And then you got all these shitty people contesting you now and making your job harder than it is, you know, because they want to be
But it's
fucking
like,
mini lawyers.
dude,
and shit.
if my kid was that way, I'd be fucking embarrassed, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
No fucking way. You that disrespectful, even when it's wrong, dude. Like, I think that's sort of the problem. Like, I don't know, dude. You see
Yeah.
YouTube videos and all this crazy shit that kids do now, and I just don't like how it's like, oh, they're just children. Fuck him, dude. He just played the knockout game and almost killed somebody, or fucking,
Yeah. But then you're at a point where that child, that individual, has broken a law.
right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
and the question was did she break the law?
Right.
Did the officer state the intent to arrest her? And at that point, did she refuse?
Yeah.
Because at that point, now you're resisting arrest.
But what I do hate is like I said, he's stupid. I'm not saying that, but like a lot of these things when they happen, the cops are the ones being called. They're not the ones going around looking for somebody to just go, you know what? It's gonna be a good day to fucking, and maybe there is. Maybe they wake up with a chip on their shoulder.
Definitely are certain individuals, but like I said, it's not representative of the whole.
Yeah, it's like, you called me, bitch, and now I gotta deal with this shit, because you can't. And that's another thing, like teachers have no power, fucking, it's like always up to the parents. Like my kid goes to school, and you just see these shitty fucking parents. The kid's homework's never fucking done. All this shit, and it's the teacher's responsibility to sit there and babysit your fucking child. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
And,
for
and
some
then you
parents,
can't
that's
hold them
also
back.
what-
Like your child. Like, I couldn't even be dude. There's no way. That job I couldn't do, dude. Your child's dumb. That's the conference. Like,
I hate to break it to you, man, but
Yeah.
your child may be a fucking pace-eating idiot.
your
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to recommend progressing him straight to janitor.
Yeah, I was gonna say custodial college.
Custodial arts. I mean, but not even to put that down, dude, because that's still a fucking badass job. And you know what? If you're a fucking janitor in a top secret lab
Yeah.
or a top secret area, you're fucking banking, dude.
Really?
So absolutely. You know what I had? It's funny, we were talking about education before. I had a rather important individual in a certain worked for a certain institution, if you would, not an institution, but he worked for a certain company, who essentially equated a security clearance to be about the same value to an employer as a PhD.
Really?
Absolutely, dude. The cost, the requirements, how hard it is to have a clearance, dude, to even have and keep a clearance. Like, they could spend $10,000 just to find out that you're not a candidate.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So something like that is important. But you know what? If you've got a marijuana arrest on your record, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Or if you're even doing marijuana at this point, there are certain things like that. So people have a future, or people's futures are fucking. I mean, you can do some fucking dumb shit as a kid, and it will follow you for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
for
that's
sure.
that's definitely one thing I have a problem with. It's like, when you talk about people that like records, like, I honestly, like, to a degree, it's like, yeah, do you want criminal records being on people when they're applying for jobs? I don't know. I think if the person does the time, serves their time, and does what the law says, I don't think you should have to look at that. Because
Unless
the guy
you've done
that
the crime 3 times, maybe then you should.
yeah, but you're probably not out of jail at that point. You're probably still there then.
I see you've been arrested 3 times for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, no.
And we're not going to hire you at this used car
you
lot.
probably broke out of jail then.
Not here with this used car lot.
Yeah. But
But you can be a
yeah, but you do the time, and I think that's the punishment, and you've paid it. Like, I don't think they should. Kind of shit should be on your record, because then
But in a world where the shit you say on Facebook even right now, you're taking a risk in your life just by doing what we're doing at this
yeah,
moment.
I know.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's shitty, but it's a reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, there's a girl, a normal girl. She's fucking nobody, dude. Nobody. And she got her internship taken away and all this stuff for... I know what she did was pretty fucked up. She tweeted a picture, okay, of her picking cotton with a friend. And it says, "I'm getting my nigger on," or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty fucking bad, dude.
They fired her fucking idiot, dude. Would do something like that.
No, okay. Now I don't care that she got her internship taken away, but it was news. Like, she's nobody, dude. She's fucking Joe Schmo, dude.
Now she's a fucking national moron, dude.
But why is that newsworthy? Like, you're talking like you have all these things you could be talking about. People, dying in the street from poor neighborhoods,
news, bro.
poor neighborhoods.
That shit is fucking hilarious. That's why.
And I thought, dude, I was dying, dude. I was so.
That kind of idiocy is fucking awesome.
But I'm just like, you. I mean, what did you guys think? Like in the news, I'm like, oh, this is a story. Get the van going. Like, let's
It's
fucking.
racist, dude, and that'll at least get people's attention.
But she's fucking nobody.
But look, exactly. Look, we're talking about her, and we're talking about it right now.
I'm talking, but it's
That's
not
what I'm
even
saying.
more about her. It's more about the news even doing this that's newsworthy. Like, that's gonna fill up their spot.
Well, Walter Cronkite.
They interviewed her.
Walter Cronkite blamed the 24-hour news cycle for the decline of American journalism and why we're in situations like this today. Because I have to fill the air with something, and might as well be some dumb
Dude,
shit.
did you see CNN that was doing like some sort of game show and Anderson Cooper was like the fucking host? It was ridiculous. It was like a 70s trivia show. They did it on CNN, dude. And I was like,
Just for something to fucking do.
I was like, what the fuck? Dude, this is a fucking news station, not a fucking variety show.
Oh, but like I said, but now that's why, and the access to news 24/7, 365 has to have content, and the more clickbaity, and when we use the term click, we mean it's a title,
a juicy topic. Yeah,
it's created just simply to draw your attention long enough to click on it.
It's like a juicy headline.
So,
CNN does have no reservations. What's it called now?
Anthony
The
Bourdain.
show with Anthony Bourdain. I fucking love it.
Something unknown or something. Parts unknown.
Parts unknown. Yeah, I fucking love that show, man. But
you could sort of still deem that sort of newsworthy because he does like a documentary.
It's like journalistic
type
and
thing.
it's kind of like cultural,
Yeah,
which
so
is
it's
cool.
different.
No, I totally like that show, bro. I like that show, and then the guy from Dirty Jobs has a show on there too now.
Oh,
but,
yeah. But it's still like it's informative somehow.
It's not,
like,
it's
I don't care about some nobody, and
Right.
it's like we started laughing more than we were upset. Like she said, getting my knicker on.
Dude, but I mean, think about if you had to listen to the same headlines about freaking like the real shit that's going on in the world right now. You wouldn't watch all day.
No,
And
that's
the
true.
point.
Well,
It's
you probably wouldn't. I mean, I like to read stuff like that, and I like
it's
to
entertainment. It's an entertainment outlet as much as it is a news outlet.
I
that's
mean,
all.
like, but see, I actually like reading and watching stuff like that though. So, because that's real news to me. You know what I mean?
Stupid people doing stupid shit or real.
Like, I don't
life.
even watch the news anymore, dude. I used to watch the news a lot. I can't stand it anymore.
My news is now usually the Yahoo front page. But then it's always some Kardashian bullshit going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Google News is pretty good.
Yeah, that's where I go. I go
Google News is good too, yeah.
because you can filter it. You can filter what you actually want to see. You don't need to see anything entertainment. You could be like, oh, just technology. I want to see
I like,
news and
and it's another
technology.
reason I like Reddit too. I mean,
Reddit is my
it's a
fucking
good way to
go-to.
keep a pulse on the people news rather than just like a news source type thing.
The best is getting some coffee and sitting down and browsing Reddit for like 10 minutes real quick.
When you're supposed to be working.
Yeah. I like
It's
getting
my
a
10-minute break, dude.
I like getting a good cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe. Mm.
And sitting.
I don't.
and
Dude, I'm not
fucking-
even a coffee person, but sometimes at work, man, I'll get like the first sip of coffee in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. It's
I
like,
got shit. I got
yeah, you have a good shit after that. Some of that roasted Maxwell House, dude.
Oh, yuck.
It's the only machine. We just got a Keurig at work though, so I'm gonna buy some K-cups.
Dude, my wife picked one of those up for $35 at a garage sale.
No fucking way, dude.
I got a
Did
Keurig,
you get
dude.
the one or the two, dude? The two kind of sucks because the two forces you to use there's these new K cups that will work, and they won't use anything. Like if you put another K cup in there, that's
No.
like
It's one that's got you can
like
we have the refillable plastic
yeah, me too. Yeah. I have that.
so we use we use like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I never had Dunkin' Donuts.
It's legit. It's really good.
I heard it is.
I never had a Dunkin' Donut.
I haven't.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee. He doesn't believe that you've never had Dunkin' Donuts
Oh
coffee.
yeah,
never
dude.
had
I love the Keurig thing, and it's cool because my work has it too. So I always bring my K cups to work.
I'm not gonna pay for the cups though. Those are fucking expensive as shit. But like
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to get to. Like the new Keurig brewer only accepts K cups. It doesn't accept like another brand. It'll say this
Yeah.
is not a K cup.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
kind of like
So what is
It's
it like?
money, dude.
$1.98 or
It's a
something?
money thing.
because they're not paying royalties to Keurig when
Yeah.
the other companies
Yeah.
that make it.
That's fucking
it's fucking
weird.
bullshit. So what I did was I got a Keurig one and I cut the rim around it and I rigged it now so I can put it on top of any cup and it'll fucking use it. So
See, you're fucking life hacking right there. You could have your own blog.
Well, it's. I mean, you gotta understand. It's understandable for a business too, though.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, come on, like
They
you
came
got,
up with the
you got the,
technology.
you come up with it, and then some
Yeah,
asshole
exactly.
comes in making some
Yeah.
cheap ass fucking,
You know what they made now? I saw it at Target. They're making noodle K cups from Campbell's, dude.
What?
Yeah. But it's weird because so I had to look into it because like what? How the fuck can the noodles go through the little hole? So they don't. What happens is you get a little packet with noodles and you put it in your
And then you
mug,
just put water through it.
and then it's like a little broth cup. Yeah, and you put it in.
Oh, that's pretty good, dude. Well, why not just get a fucking cup of noodle and pour water in it?
Exactly, dude. I was like, you know what? Fuck, this is just such a fucking gimmick. Dude.
That just
It's
sounds
like-
like you're a fucking idiot. Like
And
you
then it
don't know
looks
how to
like
make a
shit.
fucking Campbell's soup.
And you just paid $2.50 for a cup of noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's
If
so,
I
yeah,
saw
it's
someone do, if I
expensive.
saw that, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?" And then they told me, I'm like, "You can't open a can of fucking Campbell's soup and pour it in a bowl."
And put that bitch in the microwave, dude.
Yeah, you fucking
But it's-
idiot.
No, and also the Keurig. I went to the because I went to
your
the
lunches
website.
at Bed Bath and Beyond, dude. You might be full.
I get lost in that store, dude.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
You know, you
And
know.
the, what?
No, I was gonna say, you remember how we talked about like who's worse, like Nickelback or Creed? And I don't know what it was, but like my buddy, one of my buddies at work, he listens to our podcast, and he was telling me about like Creed, and then that shit was stuck in my head all day because he kept singing it. And yeah, and we kept singing it like we noticed like why does he sing with everything with an H? Like it starts with the
This is his accent, dude. I don't
It's just
know.
everything's with an
It
H.
sucks.
Dude,
The whole fucking
and he talks
band
like that on a
sucks.
normal basis.
But what is worse though, Nickel? I think
Can I have a hamburger?
you know. All right, you know, I think Nickelback sucks more because at least with Creed, I know the two songs and shit. The Eyes Wide Open and the Hold Me Down.
Yeah, he goes, and how he can on a Hick Street.
It's so far. Yeah, Nickelback. Give me one Nickelback song, dude. I don't even remember.
He whispers to you, hey.
It's not over. That's
Who sings that?
the fucking Nickelback, isn't it?
No, but Nickelback sings with like a sort of like a never waited as a wise man.
Driving in the bird, you see, I
Like,
think there's my dad outside the car.
Hey, they made a lot of money, though. You can't hate on that.
I told you they had that interview where they're like, as long as Americans keep listening and
well,
buying our
some
shit,
people clearly like it because it keeps
crap.
getting bought.
Yeah, but they were like, they said they knew their music is shit, but as long
Yeah,
as
dude.
buying it, they're gonna keep making it. So it's all your fault.
Gotta take a steamy hot shit.
But it's kind of cool if like you're like the lead singer. You're like, yeah, I know our songs are fucking shitty and suck, but hey, they're making me money, dude. And Who wouldn't do this?
Just farted in the shower.
Yeah. Fucking, it was fucking Goldilocks hair.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking,
They're
like.
Canadian, dude.
is
They're
it-
Canadian.
Eh?
You
They don't
bitch.
bring
Yeah.
any,
Yeah,
you know.
betcha. Don't you know?
The guy was the lead singer was married to Avril Lavigne.
He was?
Yeah.
He's porking her, dude?
Yeah, I think they just got divorced.
I don't care. Wow.
Well, maybe
I don't
no
know, I'm
wonder.
just saying, you know what? Did I mention I look at Yahoo News? This is how I
Yeah.
learn all my shit.
Nickelback. So
It's like Bernie Sanders, blah blah blah, and like this, and like
Would
like
you
that
like to
happened
go?
somewhere, and then Kim Kardashian wore a different skirt out tonight.
would you
Yeah,
like
right.
to go on a date?
No, you fucking like that shit, dude, because you watch those shows.
Yeah, you do watch those shows, you fucking homo.
No, I gotta confess, dude. I stopped watching the Kardashians. They got too fucking shitty, dude. I got tired of their shit already. They're like,
City.
At least you admitted you watched the Kardashians because apparently there's like 20 million people that watch it, but nobody watches it apparently.
I watched it because I like the one of the Kardashians'
I saw porn.
husband or what?
The Kim Kardashian porn.
No, I've never seen it.
Saw-
And Ray J was freaking.
Oh, and I did see that. Yeah.
It's a hot mess.
It's not
dude.
really good. The porn sucks.
It's a hot mess, just like the fucking Paris Hilton one, dude. Like anybody else not getting an
Yeah,
erection?
no,
from
yeah. It's like I don't think anybody wants to do you anymore.
Paris Hilton had one too.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking kidding me? Dude, she called it One Night in Paris.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's right.
No.
Interesting.
No, they're all doing like they're all celebrities now releasing sex tapes and shit just to stay relevant when they're
It's the
like,
non-celebrity, like people who are celebrities for no reason.
yeah,
like
for
they,
sure.
yeah, it's like
Well,
Like,
I
you know
mean,
who did
but
it?
they
That
but they
one
technically
Teen Mom.
are, but they technically are celebrities is because they're celebrities because they're doing all this reality shit.
That Teen Mom that did like Dancing with the Stars and all kinds of other shit.
Octomom did porn.
The one that does porn,
Oh yeah, that was,
Yeah, Octomom did porn.
that's gross, bro. I don't-
like after the fact.
Yes. Yeah, she did porn. I was like, it was,
Was there
like,
like octo guys?
no, it was
her shit looked like an octopus, dude.
dude, like, a hot mess. It was just
Oh.
it was just like a stupid one scene thing, but they made a fucking huge deal about it in the news because she was like, I was never gonna do porn, and the porn industry was like, no, fuck that, dude. We will give you anything to do porn.
Yeah,
So she got paid like a grip of money to do it.
because everyone would want to see it.
Just how
I think it's stupid when like you got like some celebrity that maybe sort of like that good girl, and then she decides to do like Playboy or do a porn. I'm like, what's the big fucking deal, man? Like she's fucking on a normal basis. Who
Oh,
gives a
hey, did
shit?
you hear? Playboy's not gonna be featuring naked
Yeah.
chicks anymore.
Yeah, they're going away from nudity in Playboy now. They said they're a victim of their own success because the culture essentially they accredited themselves for the nudity in mainstream.
Oh, okay.
Now that you have porn on tap, like everywhere, it's like
Yeah,
it's-
like Playboy's sent like pointless.
It's not
Yeah.
as edgy anymore, you know.
Yeah.
right, and they're like
Well,
so we're
it's gonna make them more money to get more people to go.
Because you
to
can
do
now be on
Playboy.
newsstands at the fucking supermarket, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, and then you get more people to do it.
I wouldn't
Like-
mind reading some Playboys, dude, and just like, you know, because they actually if you read
Well,
some
because
articles,
they have the stories.
good.
They have a lot of stories and
Yeah.
articles.
yeah, it's fun. It's like
Yeah,
GQ,
yeah,
just
yeah,
a
me
little
too.
edgier, dude. Or like it's
Yeah.
just like Maxim or whatever, or FHM or whatever those fucking magazines.
they're
are.
like Playgirl, dude. They got great articles.
Wonderful
Dude, it's the
articles.
reason I read it.
Nice
Yeah.
long, hard to read
Nice.
sometimes,
Long articles
and
if
hard
you
to
know-
read. But you know,
Very-
if you
good,
can
good.
gulp it in one.
I love the ones that have the scratch and sniffs, dude. Those are-
That's fucking gross. Ew, scratch and sniff a dick.
I will tell you what was fucking cool as shit though. Did you see the this is old news, but the Air Force training instructor that was in Playboy?
A
no.
woman or a guy?
It's a woman in Playboy, dude. She was a woman, and she
Darn.
got offered to do Playboy, and she did it, and she ended up getting in trouble for it. But
Oh, no, I do remember that. Yeah, that is old. That's way
What?
old. Yeah.
dude, she was the fucking instructor for the kids that were in my last tech school.
Yeah. Did you get a hard on when you thought?
Dude, no, but check this out. So we had to do a PT test. I was
Your wife's like, you're going to that class a lot.
yeah, right. No. So she was a babysitter. She wasn't an instructor.
Right.
So she was a TI. So she
Okay.
if anybody doesn't know, they call them like sidewalk drill sergeants.
Yeah.
So they're responsible.
I don't know.
They make sure the kids get to their class. They make sure the kids get back, and then they're in charge of the barracks and shit like that, right? So they're not really drill sergeants, if you would. They're just kind of like babysitters. But so I was in something. I was going to do a PT test because I was due, and I had to take one with the students. And this chick comes in and she said something, and I was like, "What the fuck ever, dude?" And she jumped in my shit. Right, and I hadn't seen that article yet, but I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? It's kind of sexy, not gonna lie. And then they went away, and the kids all came over like, dude, that was the fucking chick that was in Playboy. Fuck, dude, she's so fucking hot. I'm like, what? All right, so I went and got them, dude, and they fucking doctored the shit out of her. I mean, she wasn't ugly. Don't get me wrong. She was.
She got photoshopped to shit or what?
Yeah,
But
but
she was a pleasant sight.
Yeah, there was one picture of her that they took that was actually like a legit picture of her on a fucking 50 or on a minigun. So she's on the side of a tech shopper with a fucking minigun, and that shit was sexy as fuck. Like, she was clothed, she was in uniform,
Yeah.
but like the rest of the pictures, you're like, that ain't her.
Dude, so I honestly, man, to be completely honest, I think it's more attractive when you see like a picture of a girl like with like some clothing on than none, dude. Like it's like more.
A little bit to the imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also like shapes things better, you know, instead of things just hanging.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, dude,
Like I know, like you know, a lot of girls. I think a lot of girls think like, yeah, sure, you know, guys just like those little slutty girls or whatever like that. But I don't think girls give guys enough credit. Like guys still want that girl to take home to mama type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they might be like, oh yeah, I want that girl that's easy, but
you don't want to bring that home to mom. Dude.
Yeah, you know,
that's not wifey material. You know?
Exactly.
apparently your mom's not as cool as mine. So.
I fucking idiot.
I'm like, I picked her up at Denny's.
Yeah.
Club, so I don't know. Hi, mom. Stripper, mom.
Yeah.
Sluts, mom sluts.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's just like I think sometimes it's just I don't want to say too much, but you're like, oh, you're trying way too hard. Like, stop.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously.
you know?
But at the same time, dude, nobody wants fucking crazy cat lady either.
That's true.
Like someone who's like 11 on the cats or some shit. You know, you're kind of like,
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's all about being yourself.
What about those girls that like don't believe in like shaving their armpits and shit like that?
Somewhere there's some fucking dude that doesn't mind fucking putting in his face. You're sleeping together, dude.
I'm very submissive gentleman.
Yeah, he sounds like a fucking queer.
You fine with that? Yes.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm a feminist too. That's what he sounds like. Any guy that says that, I'm like,
My wife bought me this shirt. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna wear it next time just for fun.
You should, dude. You should. What are you gonna do?
I love my wife, but it's like I love when my wife lets me play video games or something like that. And it's like my wife bought it for me, and I got it in the mail, and I open it up. I'm like,
I win this.
you're not.
You elongated the shirt, and then you longed. You got long.
Hold on, I'll be right back with it. You guys keep going.
All right. That's pretty cool shirt, man.
Nah, dude, that's like a mass. It's like wearing like let's say if I had a shirt that says like she's the boss or some shit, like some. I would never wear some shit like
I'm
that.
not wearing that.
You know what I'm saying? Or like
that's a pajama shirt, if anything.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Pajama shirts, yeah.
Because I would never make my wife wear something like that that's subjugating or anything like that. But like if you see a guy wearing a shirt like that, you're like, oh, you're definitely a bitch. he's like one of those guys that's like he has this worried face all the time, and he's the one pushing the cart. Like, hey, dear, we getting more of that corn?
Or you see his dumb face in the passenger seat, because he's not driving and shit.
She's like on the phone, fucking having a sex talk with the guy named Alan. Like, oh, is that your friend Alan again? Tell him I said hi. Like,
I'll keep mopping.
And then she's gonna go fuck him later.
I gotta get the mail. It's like gone.
He's
that was just an Uber. Yeah.
He's like some bitch.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the kids.
He's like, I'm gonna get the mail. He's like, you were gone for like 45 minutes. The mailbox is right outside. I was watering the rocks.
It's 7:00 at night. Yeah,
Do you know there's just guys out there like that, man? They just like,
just bend over and take it.
oh my god.
The other cheek.
Oh yeah, dude. And it's like one of those you're like, oh, hold on, Derek has a shirt. Let me see what it looks like.
It's upside down. All right.
Oh, I know it's upside down, moron.
All right.
When I love it when my wife lets me play video games.
I'm like, yeah, not gonna happen.
In
Sorry.
between the lines, yeah, in between the lines, like she tried, like just because like it says those words, like you'll still wear it.
Just trying to be cutesy. No, and like literally,
That's a
she's not,
pajama
like-
shirt. That's a pajama shirt, dude.
Yeah, that's like mowing the yard. If you were mowing the yard, if you weren't mowing your yard, if you were mowing somebody else's yard in a neighborhood where nobody knew you.
No,
It'd be very
we were talking about how like you got those bitch husbands or bitch boyfriends. Like when you were gone, we're talking about like it was that guy that like you see like at Target and he's the one pushing the car, going, hey. Do we need any more cereal? Like, you know? And she's like, shut up, Belle. And she's talking, and then she's talking to some guy named Alan that she's gonna fuck later. And he's like, oh, who is that? Is that your friend Alan? Tell him I said hi.
I just when's he gonna come by again?
Yeah.
Oh, you can keep talking. I'm just gonna go look for some socks right now.
Yeah. And then George is like, yeah, she'd go like, I'm gonna go check the mail, and she's gone for 45 minutes.
I have a hair appointment.
Where were you? The mailbox is just right outside. It took you 45 minutes.
I had to go to the store to get some things.
Yeah.
Where's your bags? In the car.
Yeah.
No, I said, no, I'm gonna take an Uber, and but you left your phone. Yeah, the Uber's here already. No, it's like the dude picking her up.
He's more Uber than you'll ever be.
Uber, it was just parked around the corner for like.
Do you guys know anybody like that? I don't think I really like.
No, I don't think so, man. I don't.
Oh man, that would be a terrible sight.
I mean, if that's a
dude.
guy though, and if you knew,
I couldn't let it
Well,
happen.
actually, John is kind of like that, except there's just cocaine involved.
Yeah. Poor John, man. I don't know anything about John, man. John, poor guy. I wonder what he's up to.
I don't think he's with her. I don't know. He just posts weird stuff on Facebook now. But all I know is if a girl lights you on fire, I think it's time to call it quits.
Right then and there. Quick.
That will happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes,
That will
guys. Yeah, he's like, you guys ever had that happen to you?
You know, bitches listen to him.
I can
You're
see
like,
her
no.
dude turning into a fucking Lorena Bobbitt, dude. If she
Oh.
got fucking intense.
Cut
Dude.
his fucking wiener off.
Yeah.
Throw it out the window.
That's I don't even like play hitting. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you say, "Oh, you're stop it! You're so," and like, dude, I'm like,
You ready to just knock a bitch out?
going to jail now, bitch.
It's like she touches you and then you run your fucking face. into it.
Hey, some girl just some girl just does a gentle play hit to him, and all of a sudden he's doing one of these.
So she's like,
He's bringing his fist all the way back like a Forrest Gump punch.
No, she like taps you and then you jump out the window and shit. Oh, she threw me out the window.
no, but I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, because some women get fucking out of control with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those-
dude.
Yeah.
oh, god damn it, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just makes me edgy. I don't like it. But like, I'm not a reactive person, like
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
Like I can shout with the best of them, but I'm not like a physically reactive person.
Yeah, no, me neither.
To me, I'm kind of like, I really don't like it. And my wife's pretty cool about it, even if I tell her. Like because every now and then she'll still do it, and I'm like,
What do you say? Like,
you're gonna die, bitch.
I finna to kill you.
Like, that's not funny. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah.
you know.
Do they do? Does she ever go like, whatever? Like,
No, we had a big blowout a while ago. Like you ever just let shit go? You know what I mean?
Sorry, you saying some shit you don't mean.
But you think you're good, right? Like even if okay, not just like placating one another, right? But you're kind of like, I really don't care. Like this happened. Oh, what was it over? My phone charger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she'll take my phone charger and like, cause she'll go to like the doctor's or something, right? And she has to plug her phone in, but it's never where I leave it.
Right.
But to have this thing where she will just move all my shit and I never know where the fuck it is. Like literally everything. And it'll be like the one thing you don't think that somebody would ever move and it gets moved. But it's just one of those things where like you let tiny little things go all the time and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, fuck this shit.
Yeah. So like the stupid thing.
Yeah, and then you have like a Clash of the Titans moment, right? Where you're just like fucking screaming and you know, you're like,
yeah.
Like you don't mean it. And like by
Stop
no
moving
means,
my shit. Yeah.
by no means are we in a bad place. It's just one of those things where
Yeah, and it happens. No, little things, because you're living together. Little shit's bound to fucking.
Especially for people like us, you know, who are not supposed to. Things aren't supposed to bother you. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be like I don't ever fucking complain about things. Like you know, I may say something in passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking complain, dude. But I'm not like a whiny bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, dude.
But
the thing
then
is also like for me, it's is it really worth it? You know, fuck it, no, it's not. Or like if it does,
I think you're just too lazy to fight, though.
No, it's not even that, dude. Because I'm a good arguer. I can argue with her forever. But the thing is, like,
he's just like
I just
she's
don't
all
want
yelling
to-
at him,
what
and
the
he's like,
why the fuck do I want to? Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna get my way anyways.
yeah, I wouldn't argue with a bear fucking hat on you either.
but throw like fucking toddlers in the mix. You know what I mean? And then shit gets fucking real, dude. When you're like you're already on edge because you've cleaned up fucking piss on the counter, and you know she's been watching toddlers all day. You know, and you're kind of like, well, what the fuck do you think's gonna? Why didn't you fucking do it?
Yeah.
No, for me, it's like, all right, if I mention this, does she have any shit on me? Yeah, she'll probably mention this shit and that. Ah, fuck it, it's not worth it. You know, like
Fucking cereal under the bed. So whatever you just said doesn't count. Literally, I picked up pizza crust from underneath the couch. So
Jen always gets me for this. She always goes like, "You're always like, I don't give a fuck." I was like, "Well, I don't."
oh my, so like I'm.
She gets mad at me for that one when I go, "I don't give a fuck."
Walking away from conversations. Like, you know, I'll just end a conversation on you. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a situation where I don't have any more to add to it without just generate, I'll just be like, this conversation's over.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the wrong thing to say to a woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then she's like, well, you just don't fucking give a shit. You don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care. It's I care.
don't want to fucking keep arguing, dude.
Just talking about the
Yeah,
same.
but I think it's one of those things where sometimes, like, when you don't feel like there's no pushback, you don't care.
What benefit do you gain from saying X? You know what I mean? Or bringing something like I could say something. I could say this. Well, you know, or if I keep talking anymore, I'm gonna put my fucking foot in my mouth, and then I lose automatically. So
Yeah, because then it focuses on that, and then you suck ass, and then you're done.
you just care more about being right than you care about resolving the situation. I'm like, damn right I do.
See, I'm not like that. I don't care. I don't want to be right. I just want to end the. If I'm right, I'm right. But also, the thing is that once I start realizing that we're getting redundant, we're talking about the same shit again, and it's not going anywhere. I just like, you know what? We're not gonna get anywhere. Let's just fucking drop it. And she's usually pretty cool about that. The only thing that really gets me though, her word is okay, fine. Every time, dude, it's just
You don't like that one?
fuck no, dude. I hate that shit.
Well, you just said
because I make a good point. I make a good point, and then I hear a.
It's a last.
It's like an okay, fine, like she just get like.
It's this fire in that last salvo, dude. Like, okay, fine. I had the last word.
Yeah, dude. It's like okay, fine. I was like, no, it's not okay, fine. I'm like, that word is fucking banned from this discussion right now. You know, like, stop saying it.
Yeah, it's like
Clear my-
you spent all that time making that good point, and then it was just like pretty much like whatever.
It's like disregarded, dude.
Yeah,
It's
fuck
like
you.
completely disregarded,
You
dude.
got-
It's just- then I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it.
okay, fine. Okay, fine. Take your bear hat off and throw it on the ground.
Let me tell you something.
You threw the scarf over your neck.
Good day, sir.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but it's cool, man. We're the type of people that we'll argue for 15 minutes and then we'll be fucking saying I'm sorry after that. So it's like that's one of the reasons why.
I don't know. Sometimes when me and Jen have gotten arguments, we don't talk for like days, dude.
Nah, that never happens with us, dude.
Dude.
There's
Yeah,
no
dude.
silent treatments in our relationship.
Yeah, dude.
You've been married?
But we still 6 years. But we still we'll do what we need to do throughout the day. We just don't talk to each other.
Like, bitch. I'm gonna go figure.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I just
Don't get
just
yourself in trouble here, James.
I don't really do that, but it's just something she kind of that's kind of her thing.
Oh.
But I'm also the more like
Who's the most stubborn out of the two, dude?
I'm probably more stubborn than she
I'm
is.
gonna
Way more.
I'm gonna bet on that too.
Yeah, I'm way more stubborn because
It's good.
I'm like I don't even. Yeah, I'm like that. Okay, fine. I'm
I'm right,
worse. Dude.
God damn it!
And
I'm here all fucking night.
I'll be here forever.
I'm under no illusions that I'm somehow like right or correct at all, mostly ever. You know what I mean? But it's still one of those things where you live with somebody. It's fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sure. That's why you gotta pick the right one, man.
You know what the funniest thing though is when like Janos brings up like when she catches us playing like our nerd games and shit. She's like, I wouldn't even know that you play these damn games. Like she's always like, if I knew you played these damn games when I met you, you know what I mean? It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. And then I go, that's why I got you. You didn't know.
You think my dick is long?
No, but I usually tell her, I was like, well, what if I was one of those guys that like goes to the club all the time? She's like, fine, go to the club. Like, she turns into that. I was like, wait, no.
Nah, dude, they're always gonna have something that. I mean, like they're gonna find things that bugs them, and then like it's like you're spending time on something not with them. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of like, and you're smiling and having fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
having a
yeah.
good day or something. You know, it's.
What are you guys laughing about? And then you say the joke, and it's not that funny to them. And then
You
it's
guys
like,
are idiots.
yeah.
Rebecca always goes, "Oh, you having fun with James?"
she does the gorilla dude. Like a bunch of fucking 8-year-olds. You guys gonna give each other nuggies?
She's like, "You guys are gay for each other."
Yeah.
She's right on one count.
Until we get 1 million hits. How about that?
Yeah, and then we can go up.
Yeah. Then we,
who's
then-
getting served on
hey,
everything?
until we get 1 million hits, then we can really all day.
All night long.
Guess who's not getting any of that ad revenue? You.
And then you go.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
It-
Oh fuck.
But yeah, it's funny. It's funny, man. Relationships are all alike. That's why it's like you can always like get a good conversation going regarding relationships because everybody has a different point of view. But it's also a lot of similarities.
I was there's one podcast I listened to. It's called the Beige Phillips Show, and it's with a guy named Dante Nero. He's like a comedian or whatever. Anyway, but they talk about relationships and stuff like that all the time. And he brought up the fact that like a lot of times when relationships fail, it's usually because it's the guy's fault. And he's like super like pro guy and all that, but he's saying a lot of times like it's because like women are kind of like sick of you and you're not being a man type of shit.
Yeah, because
And
like
a
the
lot of
chivalry
times-
kind of goes down a little bit.
Or like say you're being ran over by your woman, like that's not really an attractive quality. Like even
Yeah.
though they're doing
So
it
even
to
if you are submissive, you're still undesirable.
yeah, you're becoming
Yeah.
undesirable because you're becoming the man
you're
that
a
you
bitch,
weren't.
dude.
Yeah, you're becoming a man that you weren't when she met you. You're like this bitch now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, dear.
Like, and I think and women don't like to admit that they like. There's a reason why nice guys finish last. Okay, and there's a reason that people say that. It's like it's not to say that doesn't mean like we're not nice guys. We're nice guys when we need to be nice guys, right? But I'm saying like there's a reason for that saying is because women sort of like that. Maybe not like a pure douchebag dick, but sort
Right,
of
some-
that
a strong individual.
make a decision, type of shit. There's no fucking like,
Yeah, but in order to
sometimes
be, like, making a
and being a
decision,
dick, being a
you're
dick.
like
sometimes.
selfish. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna put yourself first, and like, but there's still like, at least you're not like always being. Oh, I don't know.
I know
shit."
it's like we watch movies sometimes or whatever, and like she's like this guy's being like super gay and nice, like on the show, and he's being like overly like doing everything for the lady. She's like,
Like,
well, I wish
all
somebody would do that. And I was like, I'd be looking at her and be like, you don't want that. That guy's a faggot, dude. I was like, give that guy like 1 month and he's done.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do this for you?
No, I'm gonna take an Uber ride. My friend will do it for me.
Yeah, my boy is like, don't you got like stuff to do? Like, oh no, my boyfriend will do that. Let's get out of here.
He's like, oh shit, he's calling me.
I
right
think
now.
women don't want a bitch. You know what I mean? And I think you know, sort of that statement's true. That you so basically saying that pretty much every relationship, for the most part, to certain exceptions, is generally the guy's fault. That's what he was getting at. That a lot of times it's usually, you know, there's something that you're not taking control of, in a sense. You
Yeah.
know?
Handling your business.
Yeah.
Especially,
handling-
but at the same time, when you have a girl dude, that's just like always giving you shit or whatever, you know, or like is
yeah. Well, that's fine if it's
is
playful.
acting catty,
and-
then it's like a defense. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore, you know? Okay, sure, whatever. All right, sure, whatever. And then you start slowly becoming like a fucking.
Well, that's his point.
man.
That's his point. You can't be like that. Like, you have to squash it sometimes.
And then
go,
then you look exactly. Then you look like a bitch, and then she wants to fucking leave you because you're a
Yeah.
fucking bitch.
yeah.
you know?
Then it actually becomes the reverse. You think you're fixing something, but now she's talking down to you, and now she's meeting fucking Buffalo Bill at the gym, fucking cock diesel, fucking douchebag.
My wife calls her Sancho.
Yeah.
Yeah,
meet her
Sancho.
Sancho.
In Mexico,
Yeah.
we call him Sanchos. Yeah.
She gotta find her Sancho. Yeah. She's like, well, fine. I'll just go find my Sancho, and he can take care of it.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll go fine. Let him pay for it then.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Speaking of
You wanna
Sanchos,
let
dude.
your fucking Sancho pay for it.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Sanchos, dude, my grandma, dude. My
Is
grandma.
he gonna pay for me?
My grandma, like,
If I
God rest
fucking
her
will he
soul,
pay for
man.
me too?
My grandma
Your
used
grandma got
to
rest-
be like, my grandma used to be like, hey, like, all right, she's like, go ahead and leave. I'm gonna call my Sancho, and her Sancho's name was. She didn't have a Sancho, but it used to always be. His name was Geronimo. So
He's a Native American.
Geronimo. But it's funny because like I would be like, no, no, grandma, you're lying, and she'd be like, no, watch, I'll call him. She's like, Geronimo.
Your grandma's got dad jokes.
My grandma's awesome. Peace out, grandma.
Oh man, that's hilarious, dude.
Get a part one.
Geronimo.
Yeah, she also be like, yeah, my Sancho this and my Sancho that. Just,
Yeah.
everybody knows about my grandma's Geronimo Sancho.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
That's fucking funny, man.
Hey, good shit, dude. But yeah, I mean,
Do you feel like you're heading down that road, George? Are you being a yes man? No.
nah, dude, hell no, dude. You know the best.
Oh
thing?
hell nah. Oh hell
Nah,
nah.
dude,
I handle mine.
the way I handle, dude. I pick my battles, dude. I pick the battles I like
that are important.
Yeah, they're important to me, dude. I put my foot down, and she knows it. She's like, doesn't even argue with
My
me.
wife knows if I want to spend 12 hours playing fucking Hero of
of
Storm,
Storm.
I fucking will. Okay, I do mine. All right.
As long as I'm not being a dick, dude. You know, like, oh, if she's cleaning, I'll help her clean because it's a joint effort. But it's like, hey, if this free time, I'm fucking playing. Fuck it, go find something to do. Like, it's like no big deal. It's cool because right now,
Well, it's like a happy medium. Like, you know.
yeah. She knows.
Because I think part of being that good man is also, you know, when you're talking about taking care of your lady, it's not just money, you know. So
Yeah.
I get it. So
It's being a respectful and sharing partner and shit, dude.
yeah.
I think the most important thing that I found is that I need to feel free to be who I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need
And
that,
do
dude.
what I want. Like,
No, you
like,
do.
If you have to change, if you have to shoehorn yourself into something, and you start losing yourself, and then
Yeah.
And that's I think that's and that's kind of and like that and that ties into like you not being the guy that she met, because now you're sort of changing.
You like
now
start
you're
using your
sort of
friends
maybe
and all
even
this shit, you know?
having resentment for
Well,
her
the next
now.
thing is that I'm the same person here on this show
Yeah.
that I am to my wife, that I am at work.
Yeah, same
You know,
here.
I can be the same person everywhere that I go
Yeah, I'm the
because
same person.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, and I have a good relationship. I have, I work with good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You guys are fucking cool as shit.
Yeah.
So, like that kind of. If I couldn't do that, it would affect me. So,
Yeah, it's like anybody when they can't do something that they love doing or whatever, they become miserable if they can't do it.
yeah.
You know. It's like, it's all your fucking fault.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
Look, I just want to huff glue
It's
and
really
dress
your
like
own
fucking
fault.
My Little Pony. All right,
Yeah.
you won't let me.
like I said, there's obviously exceptions to what I said. You know, you never know. You're just dealing with something that's really crazy or whatever, and there's
but
just
also that
nothing
means
you
you're
can
weak,
do.
Dude. If you're in a bad relationship, and obviously I understand that it's hard to leave it sometimes, but like
Yeah.
if you're in a really bad relationship, you're
Like when girls are
unseen,
lighting you on fire, then you're weak.
and you can't get out of
You
it.
can't
dude.
get out of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really bad, dude. That means that like you don't have the fucking self-respect to like
Get out of that.
yeah,
you
dude.
you got some codependency issues.
Yeah. Man, that's bad codependency right there, man.
Yeah, it's like
mean-
I think it's all it comes down to being reasonable. You know what I mean? If something's not reasonable, you're like,
Meeting reasonable people.
no.
You know what I mean? That's what I don't know. If I had advice to give to anybody from the shit that I've learned in my fucking cornucopia of marriages,
How many times you been married?
I've been married. This is my third time.
Third time's a charm, dude.
I've already done crawl and walk. I'm in the run phase now.
Is there a lot of
but-
fucking in the run phase? Yeah, he's like, yo. He's all,
Whatever, dude. We have a fucking toddler, dude. Sex is a goddamn myth. I'm just saying that.
no,
Don't
I
tell
know.
me
You
that,
know
dude. I
what
wanna
does
have kids,
it
but-
does suck though. Like especially like when you do have, and this is what makes it worse when you do have kids and you have opposite schedules, maybe because you're trying to make it. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
get to a good spot so that you don't have to work hard anymore. And now you can go
we
into,
had that mantra that it's just a phase.
yeah, you got to stay focused because it does suck when like because people like will try to say, well, if you really love that person, sex not that important. It's like
Bullshit.
that's
Especially-
pretty much a
especially
basic
when you
need.
have two people who are very sexually charged people. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
some people show their love and affection, but physically.
Yeah,
You know, touching, kissing,
Yeah.
telling stuff like that. So just to make a blanket statement like that's
Yeah.
not fucking true. But if you have two people who are
that's okay because anybody that says that, I'm like, well, whoever you're with, is definitely fucking somebody else.
they got that dick in a glass, dude. Like her
Dick in
friend,
a glass.
her old friend that she just texts all the time because they're just really good friends.
Oh fuck no.
See,
That's when you become that bitch guy. Oh no, he's just an old friend. Fuck, he is.
that's all.
They're just gonna go get coffee tomorrow night. It's fine.
Her underwear
Just told me
disappeared.
not to make dinner.
Well, I was making a fucking point. Oh, you know, if you could have a little bit more farsightedness to understand that what's going on, and fucking George, listen up, dude, because if you're gonna have kids, you gotta understand, dude, that shit like that is gonna happen, and it's just a phase. So the kids are gonna get older, things are gonna change. So just So when the whole house
George is like, I still got the internet.
whack it.
La 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 la.
Dude, you think porn kind of has like ruined?
I don't think it's ruined. I think it's
Like that's what
It may have
I read
helped
an article
people.
that said like
Enhance.
that porn has like desensitized like the youth.
I think porn may have. I want to say it could. You could say that it's ruined because maybe. See, I don't know if you want to call it ruined, but like sex is just different now. Like holding hands a long time ago was like getting head. You know what I mean? Or just a kiss on
the whole
the
song
cheek,
about it, dude.
just a peck on the cheek. That was like you just got a blowjob or a hand job.
Honestly, I think that's more of a class thing.
Yeah, so I don't think it's ruined. It's just now certain sexual things are just normal now. So I don't think it's ruined it.
Kind of didn't it kind of like advance it like you said like a holding hands or a kiss on the cheek and shit. So now like you
Well,
gotta-
information
would be the,
information is faster, so people want things faster.
yeah. But what about like I'm talking about like let's say like a 14-year-old, 15-year-old fucking watching porn and then like just thinking like sex is like supposed to be like that and like it's just like
like he's doing her doggy,
yeah.
like he's doing her doggy, and then he just puts it in her butt like nothing.
yeah.
But all chicks don't do this. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
dude.
no fucking 16-year-old is
Um,
that brazen. Okay, if you're in that pussy, dude, just be
Yeah,
like,
I think kids are still. I mean, I think kids are still like sort of scared in that sense, even if they watch porn, like like on what to do and all that stuff.
Still have
But that
to
also
get-
has to do with parenting too, because like I started having sex at a young age, and I had strict parents. You know what I mean? So I think like it's like my mother being super strict, sort of, and then not teaching me anything in the sense of like showing me like, okay, like this is what this is.
You were trying to put it behind her knee.
No, like, you know, like giving you a real talk about it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, when you don't talk about these things, then the kids start exploring it themselves. So then that's what happens, because since nobody's talking to them about it.
I think another misnomer too is that things are different. Things are different now than they were before. I don't think that's necessarily true. You know what I mean?
A lot of people are fucking like crazy. I mean, look at the 70s.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Kind of a principle that, like, you know, like, kids were fucking around in the 50s. Kids were fucking around in the 20s, dude. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Matter of fact, they were having kids at younger ages, getting married at a younger age.
Well, I mean, when you died at fucking 40, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. But at the same time, and like the same arguments were made for rock and roll, and the same arguments were made for different things like that. Like, you know, oh, they're sexualizing our children by through all you need is love, you know. Or
I think it's just talked about more, because before it was like sex was a taboo subject to talk about, and it was not an important subject to talk about in terms of love and all this other shit. Right, but now you start to realize like it is important. Like, imagine you being one of those things where you like, you know, you're not gonna have sex before marriage type of thing, and then you get married, and then it's like the person you're with fucking blows. Like, you know, they just suck. And then maybe you found out, oh, they also don't suck dick. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you just like, so
yeah, it's kind of naive to think that it's naive to disqualify that as let's say disqualify it, to not consider that as a qualification for what's important in your relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then having parents or cultures that make talking about sex taboo, then you have people who don't talk about that shit, and next thing you know,
they're into weird shit, and they're fucking into whipping you in the back, and
somewhere there's a chick out there who's into whipping dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out there, but now you can't talk about it, and you won't talk about it, and you're not having sex. Now you're married with 3 kids, and you're on Ashley Madison looking for somebody to fuck you in the butthole with a dildo. You never were able to talk to your significant other about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're missing out on an aspect of love. I'll even say it.
So basically, Derek is saying that he secretly wants a dildo up his
asshole. Want to be pegged. You know what?
Secretly, he wants to.
If I told my wife that right now, she'd be all about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't be honest and like. I think, like you said, like talking about it in a normal relationship, it's sort of a hard thing to do. And I guess you could say maybe porn has ruined it in this sense because people are exploring ideas of different things.
It's
so sure, it sort of ruins it. But I think when the person has explored that, hey, that kind of looks fun to do. I would love my wife to fucking peg me in the butthole with a fucking strap on, right? So you've been watching porn where girls are pegging guys in the asshole with a fucking strap on, and then, you know, the minute you bring it up, like, and I think like Derek is saying, like, sometimes you're just dealing with a person that's not like you can't force someone to like that though either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if your wife, if Derek was actually asked his wife that and she goes, oh fuck no, it's weird. You know, then leave it alone.
I don't want a husband that does that.
Then you know, you can leave it alone. But then if she goes like, you know, maybe like, fucking, you're disgusting, you're despicable or whatever, then it's like, okay,
despicable.
It's probably something you should have known about your spouse before you got married and had children.
Yeah.
If this is
sure.
it's important to you,
yeah,
you're going to want to talk about it. So now I have my son, you know, and...
because if she doesn't pork you in the butthole, someone else might do it.
I might get my own Sancho.
Yeah.
Uncle Chris is coming over.
Yeah.
Why does Uncle Chris always bring a suitcase? Don't worry about that.
What's this like? Oh, that's for the fishing pole.
Definitely not a giant life-size fist arm.
I'm gonna go wrestle Uncle Chris. I'm gonna go wrestle Uncle Chris in the bedroom.
No. Yeah,
Oh shit! It's not life-size fist arm.
The question is, are you going to be able to have that kind of relationship, that kind of open relationship with your children, where you are able to talk about? I mean, not necessarily talk about.
So, what if your wife is a
If you start early enough, you probably.
what if your wife is to tell you something like weird, like what if she's like, you know what, Derek, I've been exploring the possibilities of you peeing on me.
Hey, fuck it, whatever, bro. I'm a dirty motherfucker. I would do that. Fuck, dude.
Then we were friends.
I wouldn't mind, dude.
But you have to be grown up enough to accept that they might not want it. You know, they might not want it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it works both ways. Like, yeah, you can't expect
Compromise, though, dude. Well, if you ain't gonna, lick my ass, at least, do
How much?
some else.
Speaks to trust. It speaks to trust. If you trust your partner enough to be able to say something like that to them, or to ask them, I know that I can.
I noticed George was fairly quick to answer. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so
I don't give a fuck, dude.
so does your
I'm a filthy fuck, dude.
fiance know that she could come talk to you about that?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
trust with each other right now.
Oh, yeah, dude. She could come and talk to me.
You know, because of this episode, you will. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But like I said, do you have that kind of trust and understanding with each other? Because it's hard to. I mean, especially growing up in.
That's a hard, like, when you're asking your significant other to try something that maybe they won't be comfortable with, because I think what sometimes it does mess up is, like, maybe they start thinking about it now, like, oh, why is he asking that? Why does he want
is
that?
he a weirdo? Or what,
Yeah,
what the
like,
fuck?
or is he going behind my back now? And it's like, no, not at all. You just
And that's a personality trait, dude. And
But
some
also, it's like, she could be like, oh, he asked me about, whatever, doing this, and like, what does he fantasize about? Is he, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
It's like,
I mean, what's worse? What's worse, fantasy or going on and doing it?
oh no, for sure.
If you wanted your wife to pretend she was your mom, or
Oh
something.
my god.
Dude, there's people. Okay, I mean, it happens. You know what I mean? What's the difference? Like, okay, so you're saying does jerking off to porn affect? So is jerking off to porn a bad thing? It does desensitization and things like that. But I mean, what's the alternative? You know what I mean? So would you rather have your wife, jilling to fucking whatever she wants to in the bathroom, or hanging out with Sancho?
But what happens if, like, you enjoy porn more and then you, like, don't even want to have sex with your wife because you'd rather do porn?
Well, then I think you have an addiction, though, at that point.
And you've got something's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have an addiction, and you're not dealing with issues.
Because-
And maybe your wife's not fucking you, and then you're not dealing with that, and now you're just jacking out the porn all the time, and you don't care. And,
And I'll say that I do tend to succumb to the
the what?
of the convenience of masturbation over actually taking the time, like carving the time out.
Yeah.
Getting into, because I mean, it takes a lot when you
Yeah. That's why, dude. Yeah.
Shut it off.
And have you ever watched the show and you kind of look at each other and go, "You wanna?" No,
Yeah.
not tonight. I'm kind of tired. I gotta wake up in the morning, so you have to schedule it.
You've been over 1,000, or you've been pegged all day, and you come home and she's like, I've literally cleaned shit off the wall today. We're not fucking.
But in George's case, it's like, oh yeah, even more.
Did you save some? We can use it.
It's gross, dude.
Right here.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of. It's easy to succumb to that convenience.
Right.
Over.
I totally hear you out on that for sure, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or it's better wake my wife up at 1 a.m. when I get home, and I'm like, hey, baby. I know
you just got this hard dick touching her butt cheek, and she's like, get the fuck away from me.
So she was asleep. So I got into bed and I was kind of like spooning or whatever, and she's laying on her side, and I started kind of tickling, rubbing her neck a little bit. And I must have tickled her, dude. And she punched me in the dick.
Oh,
She didn't mean like she just reacted and slammed, but the dick was just in the right spot, dude.
Oh, right. Oh. It's like you try to sneak up on there and it's like, what are you doing? You're trying to be a creep.
yeah.
She fucking over the shoulder throws you on the ground.
All you hear is you going.
Hey.
You're getting yourself all riled up for no
And then it's
reason.
like, not gonna happen. You're like, oh fuck it, I gotta go play video games.
You go like this.
I'm so tired anyways.
You're visiting Alan again, aren't you?
We didn't eat any eggs.
I see those restaurant charges.
Dude, we're laughing about it, dude, but that shit's real, man.
That shit's really real, dude. That shit is really real, man.
Funny, man.
Well, it's getting late, boys,
Yeah,
and
it's getting pretty late. Dude, it's what 1:20 a.m.
yeah. So I think we should maybe wait till next episode. To get
Yeah,
some
maybe we
conversation.
talk more on relationships. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, good shit.
Well, guys, make sure you visit us at jamesandgeorge.com. This is George with the J. Jorge, jamesandjorge.com. For all our stuff, we're available on iTunes and YouTube, and we're on Twitter and Facebook. So like us, subscribe to us, all that good
Oh,
stuff. jamesandgeorge.com. You guys got anything?
visit Twitter. Be posting more about it. I'm working on broadcasting more shit. We were on Twitter when we played Heroes that time. When
That
was
was
that?
about
gay. Did you
Twitch.
just do that with your hand?
Well,
You guys, like we were on Twitter. Yeah.
Seriously.
No, I went like this. not
No,
like
you didn't.
So, but no, we were on Twitch. Did you tweet the Twitch link? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't. 'Cause
Can
I was
you
just
hear
testing
us?
it.
Can
I
you
was
hear us?
testing it. I was testing it.
I know, but can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
hilarious, dude. Because we say some funny shit when we're playing video games.
All I do is swear about how bad I suck. So you might want to mute me.
Nah, I like
Next time we do it, next time we play, I'll put it on I'll put it on Facebook and Twitter that we're doing that, and then it's just mumble, so it's just our voices, you know.
That's fine.
I'll be on the camera, but that's
No, I don't care about that as long as you can hear us. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. That'd be fun to watch. Yeah,
So look
post that.
Huh?
But yeah, post that shit. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Guys,
I like watching people play video games anyway, so it'd be pretty interesting to watch like what we were doing and watch what you're
But it's not
doing.
recording it. It's not recording it. I don't think it is, at least.
What do you mean it's not recording it?
It's not recording the game. It's just
It's
live
a stream. Yeah, it's a live stream.
So why don't you record it on something else and then stream it?
Yeah. Why don't you, instead of looking at you, why don't you have it looking at your game while you play? Can you do that?
Yeah.
No,
Why
it's,
don't you do that instead?
It's looking at my game and me in the corner. It's like Twitch. You
he's
don't-
just saying he doesn't think it's recording it. It's streaming it live, but it's not recording
It's
it.
not recording it.
Oh, I thought it saves it for like 60 days or something.
No, I think you have to like buy Twitch Pro or some shit. I don't think
How
so.
much is Twitch Pro?
I don't know. I'll find out. Well, that's for later. We'll
Anyway,
talk about that later.
jamesandgeorge.com. We'll see you later, guys.
Later.